Imagine discovering a hidden gem, a company poised for explosive growth before the rest of the investment world takes notice. That's the exciting prospect many investors seek and, well, stocks priced under $2 can offer some of the most substantial opportunities for significant profits. These often overlooked companies, when they possess robust fundamentals, groundbreaking products, and powerful catalysts, can deliver returns that truly transform an investment portfolio. Today, we're going to delve into a company that's rapidly expanding its market presence, securing major strategic partnerships, and operating within a rapidly growing and essential industry. With its shares trading for less than $2, this presents a unique opportunity for astute investors to get in early before the wider market fully recognizes its immense potential. We'll meticulously examine every facet of this company, explaining what they do and why it holds such critical importance, scrutinizing their operational locations and the impact that has on their business, and highlighting their most notable achievements to date. We'll also break down their financial reports, analyze key performance indicators, and explain what these numbers mean for you, the discerning investor. But before we dive into the details, if you're enjoying this content and finding it valuable, please show your support. Hit that like button, share this video with your friends and colleagues, and subscribe to this channel for more in-depth analyses. Your engagement significantly helps this small channel grow. Let's aim for at least 300 likes. In a world where infectious diseases continue to claim millions of lives each year, where drug resistance is outpacing our current treatment capabilities, and where a single outbreak can spread globally in a matter of hours, the urgency for innovative and effective healthcare solutions is abundantly clear. We're witnessing a pivotal moment in global health where traditional reactive medicine is giving way to proactive, cutting-edge innovation. Biotech companies are no longer simply reacting to outbreaks, they're anticipating, targeting, and in some cases, completely eradicating them. Quietly, away from the intense spotlight of mainstream investors and major financial institutions, a high-impact biotech company is emerging, not from the usual tech hubs of Silicon Valley or the established halls of pharmaceutical giants, but from a mission-driven base in Washington, D.C. This company isn't just treating diseases like malaria, dengue, and tick-borne illnesses. They're revolutionizing how we prevent, treat, and prepare for future pandemics. Let's introduce 60 Degrees Pharmaceuticals, trading on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol SXTP. This commercial-stage biopharma company is singularly focused on tackling the critical issue of tropical diseases, and while it's currently flying under the radar of Wall Street's major players, its potential for exponential growth is immense. Before we delve into their remarkable story, let's take a moment to examine the broader market landscape. The global pharmaceutical industry is experiencing explosive growth and unprecedented expansion. In 2024, it was valued at a substantial $1.6 trillion, rising to $1.7 trillion in 2025, and is projected to reach a staggering $2.3 trillion by the year 2030. This represents a compound annual growth rate of 6.1% over the next 6 years. So, this significant surge is really being driven by a combination of factors, like a dramatic rise in chronic diseases, an aging global population, and increased healthcare investment, especially in rapidly developing emerging markets. On top of that, the growing integration of artificial intelligence in drug discovery, the rise of personalized medicine, and a stronger focus on patient-centric care are all playing a big role in transforming the industry. Notably, North America, led by the United States, still stands as the dominant force in the global pharmaceutical market, contributing nearly 42% of the global market share in 2024. That's largely due to technological breakthroughs and advanced drug trials. This is the dynamic and rapidly evolving market that 60 Degrees Pharmaceuticals is strategically entering, and honestly, they're poised to make a significant and lasting impact. Founded back in 2010, 60 Degrees Pharmaceuticals set out with a simple yet powerful mission: to improve and extend human life by tackling infectious diseases that have been historically overlooked by mainstream pharmaceutical companies. Since then, they've grown into a commercial-stage biopharma company that's fully dedicated to treating and preventing tropical diseases and emerging infectious threats. Their flagship product, SKYROCKET, an FDA-approved next-generation malaria prevention drug, really sets them apart from the competition. SKYROCKET isn't just another anti-malarial drug. It offers long-lasting protection with fewer doses, effectively addressing the common issues of debilitating side effects, inconvenient dosing schedules, and drug resistance that plague many existing treatments. 60 Degrees is implementing a robust and comprehensive plan to expand its market reach, working directly with physicians and healthcare providers to promote ARAKODA's unique and significant benefits. They're also focusing on pharmacist education and co-pay assistance programs to reduce out-of-pocket costs for patients and simplify the often complex pharmacy processes. The U.S. market for malaria prevention alone is valued at an estimated $50 to $70 million annually, and ARAKODA is strategically well-positioned to capture a substantial share of this lucrative market. The excitement doesn't stop there. 60 Degrees is actively building a robust pipeline of therapies to combat some of the most overlooked yet dangerous diseases on the planet. They've received orphan drug designation from the FDA for using tafenoquine, ARAKODA's active ingredient, to treat babesiosis, a rapidly rising tick-borne disease. They're also developing KGO, a glucosidase inhibitor with potential to treat dengue and other viral illnesses. Additionally, they're exploring advanced therapies for neglected viral conditions, which is a really strategic focus in a post-COVID world. Looking ahead, 60 Degrees Pharmaceuticals is on track to achieve significant milestones that could really redefine its trajectory and reward early investors. They're projecting a substantial 140% year-over-year revenue surge in the first quarter of 2025, demonstrating strong commercial traction and solid market penetration. By the second quarter, they're planning to release critical market data on babesiosis. This will help validate their expansion into a broader infectious disease market. Then, in the third quarter, we'll see initial sales results from the ARAKODA commercial pilot, which should give us some valuable insights into physician uptake and patient demand. And finally, in the fourth quarter, they're expecting to share important updates on patient recruitment for babesiosis trials, a key step toward bringing a second major indication to market. But remember, even if this stock looks exciting, always do your own research before investing. The stock market can be unpredictable, and it's important to have good advice before investing. Oh, and if you're thinking long-term, gold could be a key part of your strategy. I've got a free guide on gold IRAs linked below. Hang tight, I'll explain why it's worth checking out at the end of this video. Alright, so looking ahead, the first quarter of 2026 is expected to yield the initial readouts from the babesiosis trials, and that could be a pretty big catalyst for some serious valuation changes. Then, in the second quarter of 2026, we're going to see some key regulatory decisions on FDA filings, including the possibility of label expansions. And beyond those milestones, the company isn't slowing down. They're actively working on new research partnerships and expanding their intellectual property portfolio. In 2024, SXTP reported total assets of $5.76 million, which is down from $7.78 million in 2023. That drop, though, reflects their strategic investments in R&D. On the flip side, liabilities went down too, from $2.9 million to $1.8 million, so their balance sheet is actually looking stronger. Revenue saw a nice jump, increasing from $254,000 to $608,000. That's a 139% year-over-year growth. R&D spending climbed to $4.99 million, showing just how aggressively they're investing in drug development. And the net loss per share, that improved significantly. Plus, they had $1.66 million in cash on hand. Wall Street is definitely starting to take notice. The average price target is sitting at $17 per share. That's a potential upside of more than 950% from where the stock is currently trading. Analyst sentiment? It's strongly positive, with buy and hold ratings really dominating the outlook. 60 Degrees Pharmaceuticals really stands out thanks to its clear mission-strong scientific foundation and growing commercial momentum. With an FDA-approved product already on the market, a solid pipeline improving financials, and strong support from analysts, SXTP looks poised to make a real-world impact and deliver some serious shareholder value. If you're looking for a company with massive potential, this is definitely one to watch. And hey, as always, make sure to do your own research to see if this fits your investment strategy. These stock plays are exciting, no doubt, but real wealth? That's built with a long-term strategy. And part of that strategy isn't just picking the right stocks, it's making sure your portfolio can withstand anything the market throws at it. Recent trade policies, including new tariffs, have introduced volatility into the markets, prompting investors to seek stable assets. That's exactly why gold has been a staple in portfolios for centuries. Gold has historically served as a reliable store of value during such times, with prices recently reaching record highs. It's one of the few assets that always has demand, no matter what happens in the economy. I found a company that offers Americans a free guide that walks through exactly how to add real physical gold to their retirement accounts. No gimmicks, no obligations, just solid practical knowledge. Click the link in the description and grab your copy, because the best investors don't just think about the next year, they plan for the next decade.